Today we're going to talk about how long it really takes to form a habit, so stay tuned to learn more. Hi, I'm Tony Bache, founder of 365 Plus. And I'm going to tell you today how long it really takes to form a habit, and it may not be what you're thinking of. We hear everywhere that it takes 21 days to form a habit, and maybe that's true, but did you know that it actually comes from a guy called John Maxwell, and he was a surgeon in the 1950s, and he found when he was doing his surgery, he was doing like plastic surgery and amputations, and he found that it took his patients kind of about 3 weeks to get adjusted to like the change in their body. And he wrote about it, and it kind of spread like wildfire and like went viral back in the 1950s. And it kind of was like a game of whispers, if you know what that is, when somebody says something and then it's something else and something else and something else, because what came out was that it takes 21 days to form a habit. But what he actually said is that it requires a minimum of about 21 days. So it's kind of a little different, 21 days versus it requires a minimum of about 21 days. And the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because I see so many people get disheartened because they're like, well, I did it for 21 days and it wasn't automatic, and so I'm a failure and like I can't form a habit. No, the reality is that asking how long it takes to form a habit is the same as asking how long's a piece of a string. Like it could be any time, it could be any length. It's different for each person because it depends on what the habit is, what steps and processes you're taking. Are you doing all the right things to form a habit? And I'll share another video with you about the ways to actually form a habit, but that's for another day. But are you doing those things? How committed are you to it? How focused are you on it? How much do you really want it? It depends on so many of those things. And so it's why it's not just a set number, like this number or this number. There is no magic number. It's different for everybody, every habit, every time, every season. It changes all of the time. But to try and like give you a little bit of the numbers, because like I know I would be lying if I said to you, I'm going to tell you how long it really takes and then didn't give you the information. There was a recent study done by a woman called Philippa Lally, and she wrote it in the European Journal of Social Psychology. And she did a study, and she found that it took an average of 66 days. But I want you to remember that's an average. In that study group that she had, some people took as little as 18 days and some people took as long as 254 days. So it's quite a big variance. And again, that comes down to all of the things that I was talking about, that, you know, different goals, different people, different processes, like so many different things. So you can't get disheartened. You have to just really find what's right for you. I found when I was forming the habit of exercising every day, and I'm now well and truly over 2 years of exercising every single day, and that came from following a very set process. But how long it took me, I mean, after 30 days, I was feeling like, oh, I can do this. And, you know, my original goal was actually to only do for 30 days. And I was like, I can do this. I can do it a bit longer. But until it felt like automatic, something that like is the same as brushing my teeth, it probably took me about 6 months. Like I'm guessing, because it wasn't like I woke up one day and was like, this is a habit. I just kind of kept doing it, kept following the process to form it a habit, to make sure that this happened every single day. And then now it's like crazy. Like I can't miss it. I literally like, it's like brushing my teeth. I can't go to bed before I've done my workout because it has that same feeling. Like you can't go to bed before you brush your teeth. It's that same feeling. But the piece that I wanted to tell you about is I didn't know exactly when it was, because I didn't always focus on the end goal. I wasn't focused on, oh, I want to exercise for 365 days, like every single day. I was focusing on not just being done, but how do I integrate it into my life? How do I make it feel automatic? How do I focus on just one day at a time? And that's what I would definitely encourage you to do with whatever habit it is that you're trying to form, is focus on it just one day at a time. Because if you focus on, I'm going to do this with a start date and a finish date, you may not have formed a habit in that time, or you may form it faster, but you just have to focus on one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time, and then see where it lands for you. So I hope that helps you understand why there's a massive myth around the whole 21 days to form a habit, and why you shouldn't be disheartened if it takes you longer, and why you shouldn't be thinking you've got something wrong if it feels like it's happening faster. It's different for everyone. live vivaciously.